Okay, good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me?
A very clear and loud, sir.
Good. So let us wait for some of the participants to join. At least let us give them 5 more minutes. So it is now 3 minutes past nine. So by 5 minutes past nine, we are going to start. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can see it, sir.
All right. Okay. Like I said, we are waiting for some of the participants to join so that we can start. But it is just 1 minute left for us to start. So kindly exercise patience. Okay. So we can start now because it is already time for us to start. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to. Okay. So I welcome you all to day two of ICT capacity building training for Nigerian civil servants. Can you all hear me? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
loud and
All
clear.
right, all right, all right. So my name is Shuaib Habu, and I will be your facilitator for today's session. So as you know, this training is designed to help us gain the ICT knowledge and skills required to perform our duties, right? More effectively and deliver quality public service. So, as given today, we have our outlines for today's class. Number one, we are going to have a recap on D1. So, number two, we are going to start introduction to computer. Then we are going to start importance of computer, then uses of computer. Then we are going to have questions and answers. Then our conclusion for the today's session. So sorry, let me accept some participants that are waiting. Sorry. So uh recap on D1. I'm very sure that yesterday a lot of you have joined the yesterday's class, right? And we have already discussed, or I can say that Ahmed discussed about IT employability skills, about all what the capacity building training is going to contain. So, based on the recap, what you need to know about IT skills was given. Then, it was explained to you that you are going to acquire some IT employability skills. There are skills that you will have, but they are not employable. But this training is going to give you or equip you with employability skills, which you can utilize in your career. Also, it has been stated that you are going to get hands-on activities, including weekly mini project that you are going to be carrying out at the end of the week's session, right? Which is, I think it was stated to you that it will be on Sunday each week. Then at the end of the training, there is going to be capstone project that is going to be given to you, right? So, uh, but I know you have already noted the duration of our training and the sole aim of the training. Also, everything about the training was discussed to you, and a video was shared for you to, revisit in case you want to know more about the uh, training. So, let me just briefly explain some things about this, what you need to know about IT skills. So, with regards to that, um, we have outlined some things that you need to know about IT skills, which we have, I think, explained during our, okay, it is not with this class. So first of all, can you see my screen? Can you all see my
Yes, you can.
screen?
Yes.
Okay. So there is some IT skills that you need to know about, what you need to know about IT skills. So I'm just going to explain the keywords there given. So for number one, productivity. Productivity in ICT. ICT, help us to achieve more in less time, right? So for instance, you are using Microsoft Word or Excel for your paper for your work instead of using manual paper. So this is part of what productivity, because in less time, rather than to use manual paperwork, which will consume a lot of time, you can utilize ICT and achieve more in less time, right? Then additional thing is timeliness. ICT ensures that we have faster service delivery and communication. So there is reduction of what delay, right? So this is also what you will need to know. Also, accuracy. Accuracy, with computers, mistakes in data and reports are minimized, right? So this is another thing about IT skills. Also, independency, when we talk about independence, ICT gives us the ability to work without relying on others for basic digital tasks. For instance, maybe somebody would like to know something, how to do so. For instance, maybe I want to know how to cook a particular food or how to design a particular software. So I can utilize ICT and just, open YouTube and view videos like that, which I can utilize to learn. So, this is independency. Then relevancy. ICT helps us to keep us up to date with modern workplace demands. So, for instance, during COVID-19 era, some schools abruptly closed. Why? Because some of them are not utilizing ICT. Had it been they are utilizing ICT, online classes can still hold despite the corona lockdown. But although, it is not all the schools, some have equipped ICT facilities and they were able to run classes online. So this is relevancy. And no matter what, if you have these skills, you will be up to date with the modern trends. So this is what you also need to know about IT skills, then opportunities. So ICT competence, it can open career opportunities for you. For instance, if you are IT competent enough, you can utilize, for instance, content creation, or you can even get online classes and learn a lot. For instance, you can join online classes on data analysis and all this. And from that, you can form a new career. So, this is an opportunity for you. So, this is what you actually need to know about IT skills. So, I think we can just proceed with what we are going to start today, which is the introduction about computer, right? So, to begin with, we are going to ask, what is computer? I think I need to unmute some of you to get answer your response. Sorry, I'm admitting some. So, what is computer? Who can try? Let us be, communicating together. Who can try? What is computer? We just need to, have an interactive session. So I shouldn't be the one to be, continuously talking. At least let us be mutually talking. So who can just try? What is computer?
From the literal, the primary definition.
Okay.
Alaikum salam.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. I'm Sudi Abdullahi from Bichi, Kano State.
Okay.
So, from our previous knowledge, as
Okay.
we were taught,
Okay.
computer is a device.
Yes.
It's an electronic device
Okay.
that is used to process information.
Okay. Good. It's an
Yeah,
electronic device
process
that is used.
data and get information. Yeah,
Okay.
that is used to uh, process data and get an accurate information.
Yes.
No, no,
That's
no.
correct.
So, yeah, that's it. In the beginning, this is our.
Okay. So can you
Thank
all
you.
hear what
Thank
he
you.
has said?
Yes.
All right. So computer, as he has mentioned, is an electronic device,
Wai me
right?
kake yi ne?
So computer is an electronic device that what accepts data. How it accepts this data, it is through what? Input devices like what? Keyboard or mouse or something like that. So when it accepts this data, it processes it using what? Instructions. So there is some instructions that the computer uses to process the data. And after processing the data, the computer produces what? Result in form of what? Output. And computer produces this output through what? Output devices, such as what? Monitor or printer. So there is components of computer which are two elements, two main elements components of computer, which are what? Hardware and software. I know some of you already know about this, right? About hardware and software. Sorry, can you all hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes, all right, because I can see notification on network not stable. So the hardware component of the computer, we are going to discuss that in the next session. But for today's class, I'm going to just give you a brief introduction about it. So hardware is just the physical part of the computer which you can touch, like the monitor, the keyboard, the CPU, the printer. All these are what? Hardware. But for software, these software are something that you cannot touch. So it is the instructions of program that tells the hardware what to do. So for instance, Microsoft Word, Excel, or Windows operating system, all these are software. As I have said earlier, this is just an introductory session, but for the next one, we are going to discuss them in detail. So these software are the ones that are going to be used to what? Give the computer the information it requires. So, and I have said that they are what? Not going to be what? Seen or touched, right? it is the hardware that is physical, which you can see and touch. But the software is not what? Physical. You cannot see it or touch it. So, for instance, when you type a letter, the keyboard is your what? Input. So the CPU of that computer will process what you have typed, and the monitor will now shows the word as what? Output. And the document is stored on your what? Computer memory. So in simple term, a computer is just a tool that helps us work faster, smarter, and even more accurately. So um, we are going to discuss importance of computer, why we need to use computer and the importance it has for us. So the importance of computer are as follows. Number one, speed and accuracy. So speed and accuracy, when we talk about speed and accuracy, you all know that what? Computers are what? Performing millions of what? Calculation in seconds without mistake, right? So this is one of the what? Advantages of computers, because when you are going to calculate it on yourself, like using your brain, the speed and accuracy will not be what compared to that one of what computer. So computers are what performing task in a speed that is more and accurate, more than the way human beings can be able to do it. So for instance, maybe you are preparing a payroll for thousands of workers in a few seconds. So if you are to write this payroll using just a manual paper, the time you will take to write it is going to be huge. But if you are just using computer, in few minutes, you will just finish your work, right? So this is one of the importance of computers. Then efficiency. When we talk about efficiency, computers, they help us to save time, reduce stress, and, cut down unnecessary, paperwork. So, for instance, maybe you want to send an email to your coworkers, or, so you can use computer, and rather than just to print copies of papers and be distributing it, you can just use an email and send it to different people. So, this is an efficiency because it saves time and what? Cut down your unnecessary task. So, connectivity. So, computer is also important in terms of what? Connectivity. When we talk about connectivity, for instance, we use computers to link offices, to link ministries, states, and even countries instantly. So, for instance, using what? For instance, internet. Rather than, for instance, if you are to carry out a particular meeting, maybe somebody is from particular country, maybe so country, somebody is from UK, somebody is from Ghana, Nigeria. So, these connectivity aspects, instead of you to come and join physically, the burden of transportation, all this, you can just use computers, utilize the internet, and have your meeting online. So this is part of what? Connectivity. Or for instance, you want to share a policy document with your colleagues. So you can just use this connectivity aspect of computers and just utilize the connectivity aspect to just share your what? Policy document rather than to be distributing it individually. So this is one of the importance of computers. Then we have storage. So for storage, I need not to even discuss so much about storage. You all know how computers used to store large amount of information, right? And this information are stored safely, and you can retrieve them at any time. So maybe, for instance, the record of your workers, you can use computer and store these records so that anytime you need to update the record or make an addition, you can just retrieve it at any time. So this is one of the importance of what? Computer. Then we have accessibility. Computers make information available anytime for us and anywhere. So, for instance, imagine people that are not able to see, I mean blind people. We have screen readers that we can utilize for them to be able to visually get uh, what they need, right? So this is something that is what accessibility part of the computer. And beside that, whatever information you need, you can easily get it, right? So for instance, you want to look for a particular information. With these computers, you can just search, maybe use search engines and search whatever information you are looking for. So this is part of what? Accessibility. So this is just brief about the importance of computers. So we are going to look at uses of computer. So when we talk about uses, we want to just explain where we can use computer. And computers are applicable in many sectors, right? So for instance, in education, for instance, we use computers for what? E-learning, for research, for online classroom, like this one we are holding now. Also for what? Digital libraries. So this is what? One of the advantages of what? Computers. So students can use online classes like via Zoom as we are doing now, or use Google Scholar to look for research papers, right? So this is one of the what uses of computer in educational sector. Then in business sector, businesses we use computers, right? For accounting, payroll, inventory management, online trading. All these, are what used uses are done using what computer, right? In business. So for instance, maybe a particular supermarket is tracking stock levels. So using computers, they can easily track these stock levels without stress, right? So this is one of the uses of computer in business. Also, in healthcare, in healthcare, we use what computers, for instance, to manage patient records, also for diagnostics, also to support telemedicine. Like for instance, you can just um get an online doctor and discuss your health issues with him. This is part of application of computer in healthcare. Also, for instance, a doctor checking patient history. He can just use computer database rather than to use paper files. And these paper files sometimes they can even get what? Spoiled. But in computer, the data is at any time available. So even if the doctor cannot be able to, come to the hospital, he can just utilize the database from his computer and, carry out the necessary task. So this is one of the advantages of computer in healthcare. Then in banking, so in banking system, you all know that these ATM machines, mobile banking, online transfers, we all this we use computers to control all this, right? So even fraud monitoring, we are using computer. I know some of you heard about cyber security aspect of this, right? So with this cyber security, your money and everything is safeguarded, right? So actually, application of computer and banking system is also vast. So I'm just giving you some brief about it. Then in communication, as you all know, these computers are applied in what? Communication. Like for instance, email, all this WhatsApp, Zoom, and all these social media platforms. So we use computer to control them, right? So this is one of the uses of what? Computer. Also, as I have said, for instance, holding Zoom meeting, this is applied in education, but what? It is also applicable in what? Communication. Due to the fact that what? Because we are holding these virtual meetings, we are what? We are communicating, right? So it is one of the what? Uses of computer in what? Communication sector. Then in one entertainment, we use computers in this sector a lot. For instance, in making movies, videos, creating video games, and all this. So, for instance, even streaming a film on Netflix or sharing content via Facebook and all these social media platform, TikTok, Instagram. We all use this computer to manage this information, right? So this is also part of the uses of computer in entertainment. So I know with this today's session, I think is all because we are just going to have an introductory session so as not, to uh, stress you with too much work today, because today is the beginning of our introductory session on the computer. So I think with this, I can just open the class for Q&As. So if you have any question, you can just ask. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So thank you very much for this wonderful recapping of what we know before. We have
Yes.
all forgotten a lot, but with this introduction, they still are coming back to us.
Wow,
Thank you
that's
very much.
good. That's good.
I just recommend this. It's very
Wow.
excellent.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah.
So you don't have any question? Any question from the participants? Techno BG 6M. I actually can't hear you clearly. Maybe your network is glitching. So retry.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sir, thank you for this wonderful presentation.
You're welcome.
So, please, I just want to talk to the participants about the training.
Okay.
So, I am Yahya Idris. So, please, if you have a question, please you ask. Because at the end of each and every week, we are going to share the individual assignment. You are going to do the individual assignment at the end of each and every week. So please, if you have any question, so please don't mind, just ask the question. If you even after the classes, if you have any question, so you can reach out to the admin and ask the question, because you are going to write the assignment at the end of each and every, going to ask the question based on. Thank you.
You're welcome, Malam Yahya. So, as you all have heard what he has said, he is one of the facilitators for the training. So, thank you so much for your suggestion. And also, based on the recap of the one, maybe I need to, restate some things. Although, some of you have attended the session and have heard about them already. And also a video
So,
was
sir, there is some question in the chat.
question.
Yes, in the chat. Some they drop their questions in the chat.
Okay. Okay. Let me
ai saboda ruwan da aka ba mutane ba su zo ba wasu
let
sun dan zo
me
dai guda
check
guda
the questions.
saboda ruwan da aka tashe ka in fashe ka ruwa sai
So this one is asking that he has a question, but
Okay.
but you did not unmute it. Please unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yes, if you have question, just unmute yourself and
Unmute
talk.
and ask your question.
Mm. Or you write the question in the chat. Drop the
Yes,
question in the chat, or you unmute yourself and talk.
you can drop it in the chat box. So I'm waiting for the question, but maybe I can recap
Hello?
some of the information, right? I want to
Hello?
recap. Hello?
Hello? Yes. Good evening. How are you people doing?
We are doing fine, Madam Shamsu.
All right. Thank you for having us here today, and thank you for utilizing this opportunity of
You are welcome.
gathering us here. We really enjoyed this meeting today with this recapping what we have missed yesterday. Very unfortunate yesterday. I was absent for yesterday's class, but from this recap that we have now, at least I have got off where I have missed.
All right.
So uh, I have a little bit questions that
Okay.
I want to put down now. Uh, Pertaining these uses of computer, I see computer is almost taking all part
Yes.
of human needs.
Yes.
It touches entertainment, it touches health sector,
Communication.
it touches business, it touches communication.
Yes.
But I don't know whether, what about agricultural sector? It seems like you didn't bring something in terms of agriculture. Computer doesn't have a role to play in agricultural sector, or it is much inside one of the category there. So that is the clarification that I'm looking for,
Yes,
please.
this is just an introductory session, right? So
Yes, sir.
if we are to dig deeper, the time is not going to be enough for us because it is
All
just
right.
40
Yes.
minutes and we all have 6 minutes now. But I can just briefly give you the application of computer in agriculture. So,
All right.
computers are actually widely used in agriculture today. So, for instance, weather forecasting, farm management system,
Yes, sir. Yes.
market access, that is what we also call precision farming, which we uses computer and sensors, to apply water, seeds, and fertilizer where we need it,
Yes, of
rather than
course.
to be applying it manually using, your hand on something like that. You can just use computer, give them, assign a sensor to, carry out the work. So where there is need for
All right.
water in your farm, the computer will use that sensor to detect it and just, carry out the necessary work. So
Yes. Yes, of course.
also in record keeping, like farmers and agricultural agencies, they are using computers, to keep farm records, to monitor diseases,
Yeah.
outbreaks, and,
Yes.
manage livestock, all this. So actually, the application of computer, if you are to summarize it, even the summary is going to be a summary of, is going to be a huge
Yes.
work. So we are just
Yes.
giving it
Yes. It's
as
looking
what
very well
introductory.
key. Yeah.
Well, on your own,
Yes,
you
sir.
can study the application of computer, in detail.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Yes. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you very much, sir, for this
you are
clarification.
welcome, Madam Shansu.
And
So
and thank you for such sacrifice.
you're
Thank you very
welcome.
much.
You're welcome. So we have four
Thank you.
minutes left. Like I said, I just want to emphasize on these best practices for day one. I know Mr. Ahmad have already discussed with you, but I need to restate it here. So
Yeah.
the best practices that you should adopt is that just anytime you join the session, do not assume that you knew it all. Like
Yeah.
all these things. I have done this before in my educational career. I know all these things right from primary school. So no, do not assume you know it all. Because if you assume,
Yeah.
you cannot be open to learning. So this is one of
Exactly.
the
Yes.
best practices. Also, ensure to follow all the classes. Even if you miss the online session, you can meet your colleague to brief you on what have been discussed in the previous classes you have missed, or if the video was provided, you can rewatch it. So ensure that you follow all the classes. And also, you are to do all your assignments by yourself. Do not go and just give somebody to do your assignment, telling you that, God, this is too difficult for me to do, and you know the deadline is approaching. Let me just give it. No, try and do your assignment yourself. Because by doing it yourself, you will know what, how to carry out the task, and you will get the skills you are intended to acquire during the training. But when you are giving it to somebody, you cannot be able to learn what you have been given. So actually, you should ensure that all the assignments were done by yourself. And also be very serious with the 40 days. Consistency in everything is the key. The moment you are not consistent, you cannot learn anything. So just sacrifice these 40 days. It is just 40 minutes session per day. So just for these 40 days, if you are consistent enough, you will learn a lot. So please be very serious with these 40 days. This is one of the best practices. Then
Good evening.
give it time if you do not understand. Sometimes you have to rest. Not that you are going to stress yourself. I must learn this now. You can give it time. Learn bit by bit. You have entire week before the weekly assignment is given to you. So at least you should have time. Then keep practicing today. We all know that we are engaged doing work somewhere, but at least be practicing what you have learned every day so that you will be cumbersome enough with it. But in as much as you are not practicing, you will not learn it. So these are just some of the best practices I intended to highlight to you. So I can hear somebody talking as though the time is against us now. Nabil, were you the one talking?
Yes, sir. I'm the one.
Okay.
Good
The time
evening,
is,
sir.
yeah, okay, evening. How are you doing?
Sir, sorry for bringing you back. I
Okay.
can see it's almost time.
Yes.
But please, sir, what's the main difference between important and uses, as the word are interchangeable?
Yes, the words are interchangeable, but
Yes.
based on what we have discussed now, we have used the word uses to emphasize the applications of computer, the applications of
In our
computer. Where
daily
we have discussed the
activity.
sectors we can use computer, right? So for importance, we are just trying to highlight some of the advantages a computer have compared to human being, in terms of speed and all this, what we have just discussed previously. So I know, you can get what I mean, right?
Yes.
Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. It is just that the